Hi guys, this is your girl Wakeji Kamore and welcome to Reflections by Wakeji Kamore. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time that you are listening to this. I truly do appreciate you even coming back. As in, man, you guys, nimewatesa lakini bado mumerudi, and I am truly thankful for just the way you have walked with me on this journey. Today we are going to be looking at Proverbs Chapter 29. I am going to be reading it from the easy to read version, which is the ERV version. And then I'm going to share with you my insight and the things that I feel the Holy Spirit has spoken to me about in this chapter. All right, are you ready? Let's do this. Proverbs Chapter 29. It says, some people refuse to bend when someone corrects them. Eventually, they will break, and there will be no one to repair the damage. Aish, even the first verse just hits you like a ton of bricks. When the rulers are good, the people are happy. And then when the rulers are evil, the people complain, like what is happening in Kenya. Verse 3, a son who loves wisdom makes his father happy. One who wastes his money on prostitutes will lose his wealth. A nation will be strong when it has fair and a just king. A nation will be weak when it has a king who is selfish and demands gifts. If you give false praise to others in order to get what you want, you are only setting a trap for yourself. Evil people are defeated by their sins, but good people will sing and be happy. Good people want to do what is right for the poor, but the wicked don't care. Proud people who laugh at what is right cause problems that divide whole cities. But people who are wise are able to calm those who are angry. If someone who is wise tries to settle a problem with a fool, the fool will argue and say stupid things, and they will never agree. If you always try to be honest, murderers will hate you. But those who do what is right will want to be your friend. Fools are quick to express their anger, but wise people are patient and control themselves. If a ruler listens to lies, all his officials will be evil. In one way, the poor and those who steal from them are the same. The Lord made them both. If a king judges the poor fairly, he will rule for a long time. Punishment and discipline can make the children wise, but children who are never corrected will bring shame to their mother. Oof, that's a verse my mom used. Verse 16, if the wicked are ruling the nation, sin will be everywhere, but those who live right will win in the end. Correct your children wherever they are wrong. Then you will always be proud of them. They will never make you ashamed. If a nation is not guided by God, the people will lose self-control. But the nation that obeys God's law will be happy. Servants will not learn a lesson if you only talk to them. They might understand you, but they will not obey. I wonder what you're supposed to do then. Oh, that's interesting. Servants will not learn a lesson if you only talk to them. They might understand you, but they will not obey. So what are we supposed to do there? Question mark. Verse 20. There is more hope for a fool than for someone who speaks without thinking. Ouch. There is more hope for a fool than for someone who speaks without thinking. Verse 21. Give your servants everything they want, and they will learn to be wasteful. Woo-hoo-hoo. Tell me about it. Let me tell you guys. Let me give you a short story. So one of the things that I do at Furniture Zoo is that I feed my employees. I provide lunch for all my employees. But let me tell you, because it is a free thing, they have become very wasteful and very entitled about it. And so now I am rethinking it, and I'm thinking about just saying, guys, if you want lunch to be provided for you, this is how much we need to deduct from your salary every month. Because let me tell you, give your servants everything they want, and they will learn to be wasteful. Hiyo nimejionea na macho haya. Verse 22. An angry person causes argument, and someone who is quick-tempered is guilty of many sins. Your pride can bring you down. Humility will bring you honor. You are your own worst enemy if you take part in a crime. You will not be able to tell the truth even when people threaten you. Fear can be a trap. Fear can be a trap. But if you trust in the Lord, you will be safe. I like that. And I'm telling you, if there's anything that is crippling, it's fear. Fear can really cripple you. Fear can cripple you. Verse 26 says, many people want the friendship of a ruler, but the Lord is the only one who judges people fairly. Good people think the wicked are disgusting, and the wicked feel disgust for those who are honest. And that's the end of Proverbs 29, which again continues the short Proverbs of Solomon that began in chapter 10. These are Proverbs that are typically short, wise statements of wisdom for the meditation of the person who is reading. So for me, this is a verse that spoke to me directly. Verse 20, it says, there is more hope for a fool than someone who speaks without thinking. In short, this is what the verse is saying. Afadhali ule mtu hajui. Kwa sababu ule mtu hajui, anaweza explainiwa ashike ama ajue. But sasa ule mtu mmoja anafikiria anajua na hajui, huyo hana hope. Let me try and say this in English. It is better for someone who actually does not know, because they can be taught and they can know. But this person who speaks without thinking thinks they know. So now they can't actually be taught because they think they know. Oh my goodness, this verse was meant for me. Let me tell you, Yani. Here Solomon compares the fool versus the hasty speaker. You see, in biblical wisdom literature, a fool often refers to someone lacking in judgment or moral understanding. Yet there is still hope for their improvement. However, the person who speaks hastily and without thinking assumes that they are already wise, which is worse, which is the worst form of foolishness. Oh my goodness. In short, when you are foolish, you can be taught. When you're foolish, you can be taught. You can acquire some knowledge. But when you already think you know, you are beyond help. A fool might eventually learn, but a person who speaks in pride assumes that they already know the truth and is less likely to listen to correction. This verse challenges us or urges us to pause and reflect before replying, to avoid giving ignorant, arrogant, or false answers, suggesting that careful thought is crucial for godly living. Let me tell you, take some time, kunywa maji, take some time and think of your answer before you answer. Because it is better for a fool. There is more hope for a fool than someone who speaks hastily. Let me tell you, that hit me like a brick of stones, because I know I'm the kind of person who speaks hastily. And so this verse was for me, and this is very, very challenging. It's a very challenging thing for me, but imeningia, I have heard it, and I hope that you guys have heard it. I hope that you guys have taken the lessons as well. Thank you so much for listening, and see you tomorrow. For real, I'll be here tomorrow.